All right, hi everybody. This is Angelo Quinones. I'm keeping my voice down because my baby is sleeping and she didn't feel that well last night. She threw up her plain food powder mix. So not that she's sick, but I don't know. Maybe because I was sitting her down and burping her, and maybe she didn't need all that. Because the thing, I hit her, not hit her, but I tapped her in the back by mistake and she burped. So I said, oh, well, she burped one time, so maybe let me tap her again and she'll burp again. And she did. And so tap her again the third time and she'll burp yet again. And no, she threw up all her food. So, I mean, remember that she's a special child. So, things are going to happen that are peculiar, you know. I'm just going to let her sleep. But I'm in the kitchen. So I'm keeping my voice down. I'm in the kitchen and stuff like that. I want to wish everybody a happy new year. I already said thank you to everybody, so I don't think I need to really repeat too much, And I remember that one day, a very wise, I think his name is Daniel, a son. He was like maybe 15 years old at the time, son of a pastor or one of the head pastors in Faith Baptist Church in Corona, Queens, one of the churches that I used to visit on occasion. That was in the church that there was near where I used to live. So that was a church that one of my best friend in the whole world, Gilberto. He for about 50 years he was my best friend. We used to go to school together. Met each other in the third grade. I've been friends ever since. So I know how to keep friends. You understand what I'm saying? I have friends that I know for 40 years, 50 years. So I have friends. Here in the United States, here in the Philippines and in the United States, so I have friends, thank God. And wanted to make my own family, and I have that, praise God. We have them as a loan. My mother used to say, our children are a loan to us by God. They're only a loan for a while. Either we go first or they go first. But that's reality. That's a fact. That they're loaned to us for a while. We have them for a while, and then we don't have them anymore, or they don't have us anymore. That's just fact of life. As I lose my voice, that's the King James only curse. Okay. All right. So again, I want to wish everybody a happy and safe new year. Use the wisdom of the scriptures. If you read the Bible, use the wisdom that you glean from that to keep safe and to do God's will, and not only to not do certain things. A lot of people think that Christianity consists of not doing this. I don't watch TV. I don't watch I don't hear the radio. I don't play video games. I don't do this. I don't do that. And it does contain in it an element of restraint. I do agree. But Christianity is much more than I don't do this, I don't do that, I don't do this, I don't do that. That's cheap. That's not Christianity. That's pseudo Christianity. That's legalism. Okay, you understand what I'm saying? That's not Christianity. And yes, we are allowed to do certain things and we're not allowed to do certain things. I understand that. But Christianity is also doing things. Okay? Doing things. People that just go in it into Christianity just thinking that, well, it's really restraint and I can't do this, I can't do that, and it's a whole bunch of can'ts, and nothing positive, nothing to lay hold, nothing. The Christianity doesn't lay hold upon us and allow us to do things, great things. If you see the Acts of the Apostles, these people did great things. They just weren't in a house not doing anything, meaning just not active. The mere fact that I'm on Facebook right now is that I'm active. I want to reach people. You know what I'm saying? In a large scale. And in the future, if I build a church house here, I want to be one of the speakers in that church. And let's see, if God gives me a life and God gives me the means to do it, I have to have the means to do it also, the financial, Man, this coffee tastes like soap today, doesn't it though? Goodness gracious. Maybe I just put too much sugar, but it tastes like soap. Good God. So let's just do that anyway. But I wanted to speak about Riza because Riza has a habit now, and I didn't say anything for about like 3 days, to come over here, lay down on Anna's bed, and stay for about an hour or two. That has to stop. Now, I didn't say anything. I used to go, Angelo, oh, so you're back. Come on, stop with the garbage, please. Stop. That's it's like somebody coming to your house and you're gonna and that you know, okay, because you'll say right away, if it's somebody that you don't know, you're gonna say right away, okay, what are you doing in our bed, or what are you doing in my son's bed, or you're gonna say that right away. But if it's somebody that you know but they're not are not really friendly to, it might take a couple of days for you to say, you know something, I'm gonna say something. I don't want to hurt their feelings, because see, I don't like throwing people out of the house. I don't like people. I don't like throwing people out of the house. It has to be a very good reason. Either my stepson is not listening to me, and that's why he doesn't come here anymore. Either my stepdaughter is not listening to me, and that's why she's not even in Don Pedro anymore. Okay, you understand what I'm saying? And my daughter's waking up. It has to be a very good reason. Now, the Apostle Paul in the Acts of the Apostles, chapter 16, heard a woman say something, the same thing over and over and over again. She was saying this false statement about the apostles. These men are teaching you, look at this, a way to be saved. Not the way to be saved, but a way to be saved. In Greek, it's just hadas without the article. The article in English is the. Now, the article in Greek can do much more than just the, but the article is missing. And some translations try to fix that mistake and put the there in their translation. Well, that's not, you're not going to see why the Apostle Paul was so upset. Now, he let that slide. We say in English, okay, you let something slide, okay, for a little while, for not a little while, but several days she was doing this. So he didn't judge her right away. He didn't take care of the issue right away, but he let it slide until the Holy Spirit stepped in, okay, and commanded him to speak to her. And he told her several things, but it took a while. So what I'm doing, I'm letting this slide up to a certain point, up to the next day. Now I'm going to be recording that when I, gently escort her out and ask her to leave. Now I hope I don't get a challenge like, no, I can stay here because this is my house. I haven't gotten that in a while. I haven't gotten that from her in a year. She has respected my, promptings or whatever you want to call them, my leadership of this house for her to leave, for her to get out. When I wanted her to get out, she got out. Just almost the entire year. Maybe not in the beginning of the year. Maybe she forced her way and then I had to push her out or something like that. Yes. But I would say from June or July all the way to December, when I said to please leave, she left. Now the fairness of it all is I stopped going to, this is going to be a year of, what do you call it? Of, not the separation though, because we're already, but cutting off. This is going to be a year that I start weaning myself out of her life. Now, unfortunately, I have to ask her for certain things. I have to ask her to make the food for the baby. I have to ask her to give the seizure medication to Anna if she has her mouth closed. If she's crying and has her big mouth open, I can put in the medication myself. But if she has her teeth clenched to such a degree that you can't really, like I can't see it well to put the spoon inside or whatever the case may be when she has her mouth closed, and then I have to, like last night, I had to ask her to come and do that, and then she left real quickly. You know what I'm saying? I have that recorded, by the way. Okay, she was saying over there in the house over there, in her mother's house, dude, it's only 200 feet away. It's not like it's a mile. I walked 11,300 feet. 11,300 feet, and I wasn't complaining. I did that for my YouTube viewers, all 82 subscribers. You see what I'm saying? I walked 11,000 feet. 11,000 feet, which is 2 miles and 700 feet. You understand what I'm saying? To and from. So I actually walked about 5 miles a few days ago. I think it was on a Sunday. Okay? You understand what I'm saying? I wasn't bitching, whining, and complaining about it. She's over here 200 feet away. That takes you, not, it takes you about like 30 seconds to walk or 40 seconds to walk. And when I went over there, I knew I was going to get a complaint, and I recorded it. That's why I recorded it. Okay? Now, I didn't have the recorder with me over there. I should have had it to hear the actual complaint. Oh, well, I'm over here with my son, Sean. I say, yes, but she needs the medication now. Or I want to know if she needs the medication. Can you check her out? Because I don't think she's fine. Okay, wait, because I'm over here. No, I said, no, I don't want you to wait. She had a whole bunch of seizures. You know that she had a whole bunch of seizures. She almost died like 20 or 25 times. I want you to come now. I want you to stop what you're doing, and I want you to go to Anna. No, but you have to wait because I'm feeding Sean, breastfeeding. And I said, you better get over there now, I said. You see, this is the bitching and whining and complaining and the smart ass reactions that I get from this puta desgraciada sometimes. You understand what I'm saying? No. You get your fat ass up out of that mattress, and then you go to Anna right now and see if she needs the medicine now. And she actually did. And I recorded it. Her bitching and whining and complaining, oh, I'm with Sean. No, but you have to go to your special child. Sean is not a special child. Sean's life is not in danger. Okay? Sean, when he's over here sleeping, he sleeps without being breastfed. He don't need all that. He don't need all that crap. You understand what I'm saying? He sleeps over here without all that stuff. You don't need to breastfeed him. He's almost 3 years old. You know, I hope he bites your nipple off. You know what I'm saying? So you can learn. That's the deal. Hope he bites it right off. I don't know how you're feeding him because you said that he's biting you over there. So I hope he bites the whole thing off. You understand what I'm saying? Like Mike Tyson. You understand what I'm saying? That's what I hope. Huh? So you get your fat ass over here because she's maybe going to be in danger. And she had a seizure the other day, a mild seizure, but she had a seizure nevertheless. And then last week she had 2 seizures. The last week of December she had 2 seizures. Okay? She haven't had life-threatening seizures the whole year, last year, except for maybe 1 or 2 times that I had to breathe into her, and maybe she was blue. You know, I can't see her color. But she's been okay for the most part, but we can't still take that chance. But anyway, this has to do with me and the fair thing, like I said before anyway, because I made a audio of that. The fair thing is I stopped going to, my mother-in-law's house cold turkey, meaning I don't enter into that house anymore. Not even if Anna's there, I don't enter to see how she's doing anymore. That's how it is. The electric, connection, I'm connected to my mother-in-law today. That's going to stop. And it's probably going to stop maybe, if Caton lets me hook up to her electric, to hook up, Caton and her husband, if they allow me to hook up to their corriente, electricity. And that's going to stop. So this is going to be the year of a lot of stops and cutting off. This is when action takes place. Forget about the talking, forget about the bitching, the whining, the witching, the complaining. This is when this year, I want it to be when things actually get done. And her coming into the house makes it seem to everybody that we're back together. That has to stop. That's been happening for like 3 days. I didn't say anything. I'm uncomfortable with it. She goes and lays down in Anna's bed and stays there, or the mattress that we used to sleep on, and she stays there, and I'm not even with her. I'm not even laying down next to her, or whatever the case may be. She's laying next to Sean. She's laying next to Anna, and it has to stop. just like the woman that was saying something false, and the Apostle Paul was letting it slide for a few days until the Holy Spirit stepped in and said, listen, enough is enough. And I'm going to record that. I'm going to record her and me having the arguments, because maybe we'll go back and forth. I don't know. And I'm not talking about arguments, loud arguments. I'm talking about me making my point, and I don't know if she's going to make her point or she's just going to leave. If she's just going to leave, God bless her, and you're probably not going to even hear her voice. Okay? I'm going to go to the kitchen, turn on the recorder, and then I'm going to go back and make my statement and make my arguments and make my points. And I'm going to say, Riza, are we back together again? I'm just going to ask her like that, a rhetorical question. The answer is no. But are we back together again? Okay. Then why are you coming over here the last 3 days, now make it 4 days, or whatever the case may be, and lay down next to Anna, lay down next to Sean for about one or 2 hours? First of all, I don't like that, because it makes it seem that we're back together again. Number one. Number two, that's number one. Number two, the other day, okay, somebody was looking for you outside of my house. I don't like that, because it might be a bill, and I don't like that. I don't like that garbage in front of my house. I don't like people looking for you. Okay, you understand what I'm saying? Unless it's like Atiana or somebody like that. She's, but Atiana's not going to look for her anymore this year, because she's not going to be a signer anymore. She's not going to be the signer. When I finish my bill in December, because it's going to go all the way to December, meaning no loans at all. You understand what I'm saying? Not that I can't have any loans, but I refuse to get a loan until I actually finish on December the 3rd. I'm going to wait all the way to December the 3rd, God willing, so I can get a big payday if the Lord will. And then I can finish this house or buy another house somewhere else. Okay, you understand what I'm saying? Unless my children are in the hospital, or unless the divorce comes in. Those are the only two reasons that I can break into my plan and say, listen, Atian, I want to break into my plan. I know that you listen to my studies, okay, but I want to break into my plan because, Sean and Anna's in the hospital, or both of them, or the divorce came into the Philippines, and I can file for a divorce and pay for it. I need a loan. Those are the only two reasons that I'm going to get, you understand what I'm saying, a break into my plan. But other than those two reasons, or maybe me in the hospital by mistake, God forbid, and I'm in the hospital myself. I mean, that's another thing, so it's three reasons, or two reasons, either me or the children in the hospital, and it's very serious that I need money, or the divorce came in, and then I could get a divorce, I could pay for it. I mean, I'll step in right to my plan, and that's plan B. I mean, if for example, if divorce comes on July, I ask Atian Atian, I want her to wait for December, but I need so-and-so money. I need now. I need the money now because divorce just came in. I'm going to tell her right off the bat, just in case you can't hear it well. Maybe she'll leave quickly, and then I don't have to say all this. Maybe she don't give me a chance. Maybe she's going to be scared and leave quick. You understand what I'm saying? I'm going to say, listen, I don't want people looking for you here. We're not together again, and you don't respect me. So, I want to kindly ask you to leave. Now, she bitches and whines and complains and says, no, this is my house. I'm going to be very surprised and shocked if she says that, because she knows I have the autonomy to throw her out. Under God, this is my house. I built this house with my money. Okay, you understand what I'm saying? And it's my house. Okay? And then she says, oh, well, some of the money was a loan that I got, so it's really my house. No, well, the majority of the money of this house is my house. I bought the windows. I bought the bathroom materials. I bought the blocks that surround this house. I bought... the roof, it cost me like $500. I bought this, I bought that. So the majority of this house, I put it with my money. The loan that you got from BB, you didn't even pay it. So, and I'm going to be paying some of that. So then you can't go to court and say, well, I paid BB for part of this house. No, it's going to be that I'm going to pay BB for some of the loan, or not all the loan that you receive. So you can't even boast on that front. You understand what I'm saying? This is my house, and this is not even probably your property. because that's up in court, that's up in dispute. So you can't even tell me, oh, this is my father's land. You can't even say that because you don't even know that yet. So you can't hold that over my head. Oh, this is my father's land. This is my uncle's land. Bullcrap, because that's in court. It might be the other side of the Tapayat's land, which I can pay them through the nose. You understand what I'm saying? And then your daddy and your uncles are not going to get no money because it's not even your land. That's up for dispute and probably going to lose the case. So I'm not going to give your uncle or your father no money for this land, okay, in the future, because I don't even know if this is their land. Because if the other side of the Tapayat wins, meaning Merseyside, you understand what I'm saying, Melbyside, and it's actually their land, well, I'm going to be paying your father for money? No. I'm going to be paying your father money for this land? No. This is stupidity. So you don't even know this is your land. This is up in court, man. So she loses anyway. This is not her house. Any way she cuts it, or slices it, or dices it, you understand what I'm saying? This is not her house. I call the shots. This is my house. So she has been respecting that. When I, have thrown her out recently, like the last part of the year, maybe not the first part of the year, because I forgot everything. I had to go back and chronicle. That's why I put everything on Facebook and some things on YouTube, because sometimes I forget things, and then and then if I don't put them up there, I might forget certain stuff. You understand? So I'm gonna make the milk for Anna. And this is very sweet, so I'm going to even put some more hot water in here. This coffee is very sweet. Very sweet. I mean, it's so sweet, but it's sweet. It tastes like soap, like I said before. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to be recording that. I'm going to be saying, listen, we're not together again, number one. I don't want you to be hiding from people that are looking for you. I mean, she was in the house, and there was somebody saying, Riza. They already know that she's in the house, staying like that, periodically during the day. You see? That she's starting again. She's starting again. She said, we're not an item. You understand what I'm saying? That's going to have to stop. And I'm going to be, and just in case, that gets to some people, oh, Angelo threw Riza out. Well, that's why. We're not back together again. She just can't stay here. She just can't stay here and do whatever the hell she wants to do. She can come here under the parameters that I list. For Anna, she could drop off Sean at the door. She could pick up Sean at the door. She could cook food for Anna, and I'm gonna tell her to do that. In her house. Okay, bring it, and so that she don't have to be here at all. I don't want her to be in the house this year at all for nothing. Inside for nothing. Because I'm not going over there, so it's only fair. If I'm not going over there to my mother-in-law's house, meaning I'm going there, meaning to pick up Sean and to give food to Sean at the door, but I'm not going inside. So it's only fair, right? It's only fair, right? That she does the same thing. That she does everything at the door or at the window. That's it. This is a year of complete severing. That's the word I wanted. Severing. That you sever the relationship completely before the divorce kicks in. So everybody's going to get used to the fact that we're separated legally. But the severing happens now. It happens now. The severing, the cutting off. You understand what I'm saying? That she can no longer step in the house. Because when I have a relationship, my girlfriend, before she becomes my wife, is not going to want Riza in the house. Okay, this is part 2 of what I have to do to tell Riza not to come to the house at all, period. Remember, this is a new year that includes severing. No more talk. No more hollow talk. You understand what I'm saying? It's time for action. Time for actually to get the separation or actually to get a divorce if it's in the Philippines. You understand what I'm saying? This is the deal. The deal is that I have a better way of doing it. Now remember, part 1 of this conversation consisted of me telling you that when Riza's here, I'm going to tell her to get out. No, I think I have a better plan than that. Just to avoid her, because I don't know her reaction, what her reaction is going to be. So before that happens, any kind of negative reaction that she doesn't want to get out or something like that, well, no. Because this is the deal. I've been getting the baby over here from the door from my mother-in-law's house. Okay. And then she's been sort of following me to get into the house. So I already know the deal. When I get Sean, okay, she's going to be probably walking behind me or whatever. And I'm going to say to her before she gets in the house, the door's going to be locked, so she can't get in. So, because I usually lock it. I'm the only one in Don Pedro who locks the door because of fear that the wife is going to take something. The only one. The only one that you see putting a key in the door, okay? Because people don't even have keys indoors, okay, over here, except for a few people, maybe Katong and a couple of other people. You understand what I'm saying? But I'm the only one that I'm the only one that has to lock his door against his wife taking something. But forget about that for now. Everybody knows that she's a crook, a thief, and a robber. That's all when she thinks she has to be for filthy lucre and money. You understand what I'm saying? So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna say when she's approaching the house, or if she's not following me, if she approaches the house with me, I'll say, okay, what are you doing? Yeah, I'm just gonna stay for a little while. No, you're not. This is the year that you cannot come into the house. You cannot come in. You can only come in. You can only come in to give seizure medication to Anna, and that is it. That is it. You don't cook for Anna here anymore. You don't what do you call it? You don't go in to get Sean anymore. You don't come in to stay for about an hour or two anymore. You've been doing that for 3 days, and people are looking for you already. They're looking for you so you can pay the money. I don't want that. I don't want the same routine this year anymore. This is the year of severing. This is the year of cutting off now. This is the year of complete separation before the actual separation takes place. I already separated completely myself from entering into your mother's house. I'm no longer gonna enter into that house, okay, unless certain things happen. And I don't wanna name those things, okay? They're called acts of God. That's it. Okay? I mean, the lady had 2 strokes. She drinks and takes her medicine at the same time. Well, then, those are the acts of God that I'm talking about. She doesn't take care of her body. Her pressure is like 230 over, blood pressure over whatever it is. And so those are the acts of God that I'm talking about. But before that, I'm not going to even enter into the house anymore to see how even Anna's doing. So when Anna's over there, I'm not even going to, I'm not going to even, and to get Anna from the bed. That's the only, to get Anna from the bed or seizure medication. Because she's going to walk with Anna to the house to put Anna in the house today. You understand what I'm saying? Or Papa's going to do it or whatever the case may be. You understand what I'm saying? So to avoid a big argument, because I want to avoid a big argument, and somebody could have said this already when they were listening to me in part 1. Well, Angelo, I'm listening to you in this part 1, so why don't you, it's not even part 1 because you put the 2 things together, so why don't you just not allow her to come in, period? Yeah, I agree with you, and that's what I'm going to do. So I'm not going to wait for she's to be inside for like 5 and 10 minutes, and and laying down on Anna's bed or on the mattress that I lay down, at. Okay? You understand what I'm saying? Especially when I get money this upcoming month, I don't want her in here like that because I can't trust the dame. I can't trust the lady. I can't trust her. I don't want her anyway when I don't have no money anyway. But now the 3rd is coming. And maybe also, it's like this also. Maybe she's trying to act all nice and good, not to get back together, because she knows that's impossible. She knows that I swore to the Lord that we're going to get a divorce or separation. That has to take place because I swore. But maybe she's being all nice and cozy because she knows that the 3rd is coming up. And she needs money, but she ain't going to get shit. She ain't going to get nothing. The only thing that has to do with Risa that I have to give her is the food for the baby. And, I want to ask people in Atian's office if they can help me get the plain food. Maybe they sell it in Bogle someplace, You know what I mean? Maybe we could just walk down to the market and buy it like that, you know? And since I don't have a lot of money to pay people for favors now, well, when I get the big money in December, the girls could get something, could be rewarded handsomely for, depends which girl helps me the most. They're going to get something big anyway. But whoever helps me in a very nice way this year can get a bigger cut in December. A bigger cut. Auntie Anna is going to get her big cut. She's going to get money that I don't want to even mention. She's gonna get a very huge cut. Why? Well, I need her to do certain things. I can't trust Riza. I can't trust Riza with material money. You understand what I'm saying? I can't trust her with material money. Like, when I want to build a house, I want to finish that. I want to put more windows here. Well, I'm not going to give her money to buy these windows because you know what she'll do? She'll get cheaper windows and take a cut for herself. So I'm going to give Auntie An the opportunity to make some calls and not necessarily come over and stuff like that. She don't have time to do all that, but make the calls to her people who even made her house or who she knows that does really good houses and stuff like that. Or install windows and stuff like that, and come over and we'll check out the estimate and the cost. Okay, well, you need this. Okay, well, you have to buy this certain amount of materials. You need to buy a certain amount of blocks, a certain amount of graba, a certain amount of boss, a certain amount of wire, a certain amount of cable, a certain amount of whatever. And that's why I'm going to reward her very, 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 very handsomely. I'm talking about top money. I'm not talking about 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. I'm talking about well over what she thinks that I'm going to give her. She's not going to think what I'm going to be giving her. She thinks what I'm going to be giving her is just like 1,000. No. In December, I'm going to pay her through the nose. I'm going to put the money in an envelope because I just want to be private between me and her, what I just gave her. And I'll reward her handsomely before she does all these things. Okay? Because I know she's going to do them. Okay? So that's going to be like a job on the side that I'm going to have her, if she accepts it. She's going to have to, say, oh, I accept this. Okay, and then I'll give her the money, but she's not going to accept it. Then I'll go from the envelope and just give her a little cut, of 1,000 or 2,000 if she's not going to do it. So it's a little job that if she accepts, if she accepts it, then I'll give her the envelope. It's just like a job. Okay. Now, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna tell Riza before she gets in the house. Okay, why are you coming here? I know you're coming here to stay again. Okay, you cannot do that anymore. Sorry. You can only come in the house to get Anna out of the house and to give her seizure medication when her mouth is closed. Because I only do it when her mouth is open because that's easy for me to do as a legally blind person. You understand what I'm saying? But other than that, okay, I don't want you coming in the house to cook. I don't anymore for Anna. You cook over there, unless there's something wrong with the stove. I don't want you coming in with Sean. No, you leave Sean at the door. I don't want you coming in to get Sean. You get Sean at the door. That's it. There's nothing else. There's nothing else. And if we go to Bogo, she's not gonna go to Bogo today. I don't want to go with Bogo, I don't want to go with her because I don't want to waste a lot of money. See, when Riza comes, I have to pay for the tricycle. I have to do this. Then she'll want like to buy something else, and I don't have money to waste like that. I'll bring some food for her because you don't refuse food to a dog. I give food to dogs over here. I love dogs. I don't like cats, but I love dogs. I don't even refuse food to dogs. You know what I'm saying? It has to be a very vicious dog for me. Get the hell out. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna give it nothing. I know I have dogs that are designated as my friends. You understand what I'm saying? That they come over and then they're good and they're nice, they're kind and all this other stuff, But I know the dogs that are lousy and then, I just escort them out. It sounds familiar. The big dogs, I gotta make sure that they don't come into my house, bro. And that's one of them. Risa has to understand that she can't come in here anymore, only for an emergency purpose of the seizure and getting Anna from the bed to go to her house. After that, and maybe, in December, I'll let her see the house to see what she missed. I say, oh, you want to come in and want to see the house? No, okay, fine. I'll give you a video. I'll make a video on Facebook and stuff like that. But I'll let her come in December, with the permission of my, and maybe my fiance will be in the house while I do that. You understand what I'm saying? Oh, you want to look at the house? Look at the house that you missed. You see the tiles on the floor, just like Atians and Caton. The walls all cemented and painted and stuff like that. The windows all installed. The electric power here, which you don't have over there. You don't have a great connection over there. The water connection, which you don't even have yet, and you have a seaman over here, and you have a seaman over there, and a mechanic over here, and an overseas worker over here, and Papa's working sometimes over there, and sometimes you're working, and Risker's working in the store in Bogo, and you don't even got that. The water connection. I'm gonna have that, God willing. We shall do this and that. But if God wills, I'm going to have all that on December. Or I might even say, something, let me just get the hell out of Don Pedro, man. I don't want to be here anymore. But I don't want to think about myself only, because the thing is that I want this house to be Sean's. So I want him here because everybody's going to know him. Everybody's going to not love him, but some people are going to love him. He's going to be like me. So people are going to love you. People love you or hate you. If everybody loves you, then there's something wrong with you. Because not everybody loved the Lord Jesus Christ. That's why they crucified him. You understand what I'm saying? If you stand up for your rights and stand up for people's rights and stand up for the Bible like that, people are going to hate you. So if people don't hate you, you're not standing up for nothing. You're just living your life, not even doing nothing for God. If everybody loves you, everybody loves you, then you're doing something wrong. Your Christianity is a pseudo-Christianity. If you don't have people attacking you, if you don't have enemies in your own household, Jesus said the enemies will be of your own house. So if you don't have enemies in your own family, there's something wrong with you, because you're not defending God's word. You're doing something wrong. If everybody loves you and everybody says everything great about you and everybody loves you in your own family, well, you're not doing a good job. I'm telling you, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. This is the idea of Jimmy Carter. I love Jimmy Carter as the president, and man, he was an amazing man. But everybody speaks well of him, man. That's the issue that I have. Not everybody spoke well of Jesus and the apostles. 12 disciples Jesus had, right? About 10 of them were killed, and one killed himself. No. That's not. If you're really living God's word out in your life, you're gonna be attacked, you're gonna be hated, you're gonna be ridiculed, you're gonna be disrespected by some people. That's just bound to happen. And I'm not talking about a regular hate or a regular jealousy or a regular whatever. That's regular stuff. Doesn't even have to do with the Bible. I'm talking about if you're defending God's word, you're gonna be hated. And this family hates me because I stand up for the Bible. That's all there is to it. And that's why when I get married the second time, I'm going to make sure that the girl and the family behind her are at least biblical people, or they're not going to bother me in that regard. Let's see how it goes. But I'm going to nip it at the bud, we say in the United States. Nip it at the bud. What do you mean nip it at the bud? Just cut the little tip of something that's growing. Just like a plant that you don't like. It's just like a banana tree is growing. Well, cut it before it gets big, and then you have to go through all that garbage to cut it down. You have to go through a lot of work, especially when it's next to the house. No, cut it when it's a baby plant. Cut it, nip it at the bud. Cut it at the spot you have to cut it at to get rid of it. So I'm not gonna even let her go inside to have a whole fiasco and a whole. It's not gonna be juicy for you guys, but God doesn't want juicy all the time. It's not gonna be entertaining. It's not gonna be flashy, like the plan I had before, to have her here and explain and have my arguments and have a little tiny debate and get out, because she might not get out, and I don't want to push her out physically in front of my kids. And I have done that before. You understand what I mean? And shoving matches and pushing matches. I don't forget the hell with that, man. It's a new year. So before she comes inside, I'm going to say, no, I'm sorry, but you can't come in to do what you want to do, to lay down next to Anna for about 2 hours or 3 hours, or to lay down next to Sean for 1 or 2 or 3 hours, looking at your phone and not even communicating to nobody in the house. No. And people are going to think that we're back together again if I have that door closed and you're in here. What the hell are they going to think? You're a woman, at least you at least you look like one. And then I'm a man, and what the hell people are going to think? We're back together again. I don't want people to think like that. So it has to stop today. No, the hell with that. You just can't come into my house and then the door is closed and then people think that we're back together again. I'm not going to find nobody like that. So see, that's why you have to speak up. It takes time, but sometimes you have to speak up. When the Holy Spirit wants you to speak up, then you speak up. So you don't speak when you want to speak. You speak when the Holy Spirit prompts you and moves you and says enough is enough about the situation. That's when you speak, because that's when things are going to work out. If you just speak on your own, it might not work out. God is not going to give you those words to say. God is not going to give you the wisdom. And look at that. God has given me the wisdom already. That don't let it be in the house that you have to say these things to her. Let her approach the house. And then she has to turn back because she doesn't have the key. I took the keys away from her. She used to have a key. I used to have a key to the door. She doesn't have a key anymore. You understand what I'm saying? She doesn't have a key anymore. She doesn't have a key. What, she's going to find me and my girlfriend in the house and my fiance in the house one day? No, the hell with that. The key, in the United States, we take the keys away from our ex girlfriends and stuff like that. You understand what I'm saying? That's how we do it. She doesn't have the key. She doesn't even have an emergency key. So in an emergency, she can't even come in the house. If the doors are locked and the windows are locked, she can't get in. You understand what I'm saying? No, not like that, man. And in an emergency, let them break down the door. If I'm dead, I'm dead. I don't care. This house is going to be nobody's anyway. People come and go. I mean, whatever they do with the house. If I'm married, my fiance, my second marriage partner, she's going to have control of this house. And Sean, when he's 18 or 25, is going to have control of this house fully. So it's going to be, my fiance up to a certain point. You understand what I'm saying? And this is going to be Sean's house. Now, if she wants to stay with Sean, okay, that's fine. But it's going to be his house when he's 25. That's a long time from now. That's 23 years. Okay? So it's going to be Sean's and it's going to be hers. It's going to be, it's going to be the both of them. Meaning, I'm going to put the both of them on the list. My future wife and Sean. And so when he grows up, he's going to also have the power of the house in active form. That's what I'm saying, because he can't have it as a 2-year-old or a 5-year-old, do decisions as a 10-year-old. No, he's going to enter into the decision power, autonomy with his stepmother. That's what I'm saying. You understand what I'm saying? She'll if she still wants to be here, that's up to her. I mean, she might get married again. Who knows? I don't know. But it's going to be Sean's house also. That's what I'm talking about. And since he's my son, he's going to have more power than anybody else over the house. You understand what I'm saying? As he gets older, as he, God willing, gets into his 40s and 50s and 60s, and that's going to be his house more than anybody else's house. That's just a natural thing, So that's what's going to happen. I'm surprised it's not 20 minutes yet, but it's 19 plus. 19, I don't even have my glasses on. I can see it's 19:54. So I'm going to let you guys go. And that's my plan for this year, not to get another loan unless people are in the hospital, like me and my children. Not even Risa. Risa, if she's in a hospital, I have to see that she's in a hospital, man. I have to see it for myself. I just can't say, oh, well, I have to go to the hospital tomorrow. And can you get me some money? I need a loan. No, hell with that, though, man. Oh, my mother's in the hospital. Oh, yeah, right. I'm going to have to see people in the hospital. But if they're in the hospital, I'm going to say, I'm sorry, but You might be in the hospital today and get out the next day. Okay. So you're going to have to, if you're going to stay here for 5 days, I'm not going to be here for 5 days to check if you're here for 5 days. I'm sorry. If you're in a hospital, or mama's in a hospital, or papa's in a hospital, soon to be ex father and mother-in-law and all that other stuff. Well, you got Gilbert, you got Romanito, you got Romel, you got Risker, you got yourself working and your father working and Ruchi working overseas. So you could get money for either one of your siblings, your sister and brothers to get that money to pay for their hospital stays. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to be paying for, my hospital stay, because I know I'm going to be there, my daughter and my son. And if the divorce comes in, that's when I'm going to break into the plan. And that's the only time I'm going to break into the plan. Okay? It's the only time. My plan is to go all the way to December, not get a loan, finish the loan that I have now, have new signers. They can't deny me new signers because it's going to be a new contract, 1-year contract. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm either going to fix this house up or buy another house altogether and get out of Don Pedro. That's it. That's the plan. But before that, people have to respect my house. And if I don't want Risa here, I don't want her here. And she's this is the year of what? Severing. This is the year of active severing. Last year, we were separated and stuff like that, physically and stuff like that. But this year is going to be more severing. The power. I'm not going to be hooked up to them anymore, starting this year. Because they're complaining about the refrigerator that it might, blow their power or whatever the case may be. Their power stinks anyway. They don't need my refrigerator to do that. So that's going to be the corriente. That's going to be severed. The electricity. I no longer go to my mother-in-law's house. That's severed. Risa can no longer come to this house unless the things that I told you take place, a seizure attack, or that she gets Anna out, and that's it. Severing. It starts this year. Forget about talk. Talk is cheap. We say in America, talk is cheap. The severing starts not today, but this year, which already started 3 days ago. You know something? That's it. That's it. She can't no longer come in here and then people think we're back together again. They were sleeping with each other again. Well, what the hell people are gonna think when the door is closed and they don't even know, these stupid people. They don't even know that she's with Anna and I'm taking a bath, or she's with Anna and I'm eating, or she's with Anna or Sean over there in the bed over there and I'm washing the damn plates. We're not together, man. If we were together, why would I make a spend right now already more than almost 50 minutes of my time talking to you guys? 23 over here and 25 in the other, or 26 in the other. 50 minutes already. You think I'm stupid? I don't have time to waste it like this, man. But I need people to understand the plan, and I'm gonna keep the plan. Either plan A or plan B. Doesn't make a difference to me. Okay, if people in the hospital, me or my children in the hospital, we need to break into that plan. If the divorce comes, hallelujah, man, I have to break into that plan. I have to jump for joy like Dr. McCoy. You understand what I'm saying? I'm going to jump through the ceiling if divorce comes in July. That's when I'm really going to take pleasure in breaking into the plan. I don't think it's going to happen. I'm like you. I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think that the Senate is going to. I think they're going to have to vote again in the House because it's a new year. So a new House vote has to take place for that. And then it has to go to the Senate, and then the president has to sign it. Is that going to happen? Hell no. But at least, get the separation. And, while I'm actually separated, I can talk to somebody else and let's see what happens. You know what I'm saying? That's all. That's all. I'm going to have the rest of my cookies and coffee, and I'm gonna eat like a storm when I get my money on, from Atian's office later on. I'm gonna have to, I have to do things today. I have to shop. I have to do this. I have to buy a cable for the refrigerator, a special cable for the power. And I'm pretty happy about that because if I'm connected with Caton, they don't have a problem with their lights though, man. They pay their bills. You understand what I'm saying? I'm going to be glad that I'm not connected no more to my mother-in-law's house because we had a lot of issues last year. That the power of everybody will have power except for us. Come on, the hell with that though, man. What is this year going to be for me? Severing, a cutting off from certain circumstances and people. Take care, guys. Bye. God willing. Bye.